Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Janelle's Scent Closet, and for today we're going over one of our favorite topics, vanilla and gourmand fragrances. I do have two Italian niche perfumery type fragrances to cover, Snake Cake and Macaron for today. I do have a couple of full bottles up here from the same perfume shop called Amyris, and the perfumer Enrique Buchuela. I have been mentioning on the channel that we were going to cover a handful of samples from this perfumer or from this line and shop, because they do send samples with your full bottle purchases. So some Cerchi Nell'Acqua line type fragrances is what we're going to be covering in the next couple of videos. If this is something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos. So let's start off with the first one. This one is called Snake Cake. Okay, it is a gourmand fragrance. I will not lie, I was not attracted to the name initially. I was like, how do you get cake from snake? I don't get it. Snake cake, I don't understand the correlation. Well, it is a cake, by the way. This is a fragrance born from the meeting between master perfumer Enrico Buchuela and a typical dessert from Penna in Teverina, an ancient medieval village. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing Penna correctly, because I don't see an N yet, so it's not Peña, it's Penna. And yeah, medieval village. It's snake shape. This cake is actually considered lucky. Okay, so bring on the snakes. We need all the luck we can get these days. What are the notes in here? Oh, we have some almond flour, butter, sugar, and candied orange. Naturally, for me, for my personal taste and preferences, butter is always tricky for me. I always wonder. So if a fragrance is said to have butter in it and it doesn't have many other notes, I worry that that's going to be, you know, the scent that just sticks out on me. And I can wear it for a bit, but it does, in Spanish, it's called me empalaga. What is the word in English? Hold on, I've said it before. Okay, it is cloying. There we go. It can be very cloying, okay, if it's just too rich. And that's my only, my personal preference. Butter frosting as well will do that to me. So yeah, but there are people, one of my closest friends included, that just adore buttery cake, buttercream frosting, butterscotch, all the butters. Give her all that goodness. Not me. That's not my full-on preference. So yeah, the dogs are having a party back there. We've adopted a weenie dog, apparently. So if you can hear dogs out there, it's a weenie dog. All right, so what are we getting though from these notes, you guys? The almond flour, the butter. Does the butter stick out? No, thankfully. Oh, it was leaking already, so I'm not even gonna spray it because I want to save this, okay? Because I'm not planning on doing an Amyris haul anytime soon. I'll talk about the shop in a second. I don't think I got to do that. Did I? I don't know. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. I'll talk about the shop, okay, how you can get a hold of these wonderful fragrances in a minute. Oh my goodness. It's intoxicating. Me, personally, have found out that I just adore an amazing cherry almond type scent. One of the things that I find interesting about that scent profile, the cherry almond, the baker's almond that smells like cherry, candied cherry, is that it doesn't stick around. It's normally in the opening and then you never get to revisit that scent, throughout the rest of the wear. It just kind of changes and it dissipates. So it's not a long laster, and it does not stay there for long. Well, Snake Cake kind of came in and changed that up for me. It does stay there a pretty significant amount of time, and I adore this fragrance for that, okay? Because it's extremely strong cherry, candied cherry, but baker's type at the beginning. I thought it was going to then lean, like, kind of when it started to dry down, I thought, we're going to get some like marzipan type smell. And we didn't. We literally, in the air, in the sillage, all around me, my scent bubble, we were getting a baked cake. So for that reason, it really pointed my nose in a couple of directions. Well, one in particular, just straight off the bat, if you own this fragrance that I'm going to mention in a minute, then you would love snake cake. Okay. So Sillage baked cake. I don't get a huge buttery tone, you guys. I'm not saying it's not there. It is kind of there. It does contribute to just the whole composition and the feel of the fragrance, but it is not first and foremost. First and foremost is that cherried, candied cherry, almond tone. Oh my gosh, yes. I didn't even spray it. It's so oily. These fragrances from the Amyris perfume shop, the Cerchi Nell'Acqua line, are so heavy oil, like concentrated in their perfume oil, that I think that's one of the reasons why they just hang around and they're so deep smelling. They're so wonderful. The longevity is plus, 12 hours plus. You're going to hold on to that on your clothes, on your skin even, the whole entire day. I did mention the sillage. We do have some bread, a little bready tone. It smells like baked cake though. You do get just a wonderful, wonderful baked good quality in the air. I do start to get a little bit like, if you're familiar with how tonka bean smells and can lean vanilla-esque, I get a bit of a vanilla-esque tone as well in there during the wear. So this was really, really enjoyable for me. Yes, it reminded me of a couple of other Gourmand fragrances we have, in the collection, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, but this is so yummy. Like, this is so yummy. It is definitely full bottle worthy for me. It eventually, whenever I can, we will be adding snake cake to this collection. I mean, for certain, I fell in love with it. Longevity, amazing. I already mentioned that. Projection, it does project strongly for the first maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then it starts to kind of taper down and sit closer to your skin, closer to your person, but it's still a wonderful scent bubble. So this is a winner in my book. We have a winner. Yes, I love it. Now, what does it smell like? I did mention to you guys, I was going to let you know. Oh, it took my nose straight away to marshmallow cake on Mondays. And I do have marshmallow cake on Mondays, Noel, and then just the regular marshmallow cake on Mondays. It reminds me of both, but more so the marshmallow cake on Mondays, Noel. It just does. This is by the shop called CocoaPink. Now they do have a hefty weight turnaround time, but I do have some, favorites from this shop on my channel that I'll link in the description for you guys. And as well, I'll also link in the description my other amazing Cerchi Nell'Acqua fragrances for you guys if you haven't checked it out. I have not done a full review on, where's my fingers? On my latest acquirement called Angel's Bread. I will do it soon, okay? I keep saying that, but I will. Definitely. We're on this topic, so we will definitely be covering it. So yeah, marshmallow cake on Mondays is just one of those that has that cherry-esque tone. The only thing is that it's not as pure. The pure cherry, the pure, just very refined tone that I get from the Cerchi line. There is a slight different underlying tone to this, like a house DNA, if you will, from CocoaPink, okay? I'm not saying like straight up stock oil or anything like that, but they have a certain like, oh yeah, I know those are from CocoaPink, Oh man. Oh yes. This also has that cherry, but I'm saying this one just smells, like filtered water type, I guess. Just better quality, maybe. I don't know. It's just really good. The price point here are pretty good as well, even though, it's the price points are pretty high up there is what I'm saying, for this indie brand, but they're worth it because they also last all day long. And this is the Smell Me Across Town version, so it's a little more expensive than the medium and the light scent. Okay, that was snake cake, you guys. Next we have Macaron. Speaking of Macaron, I didn't mention snake cake gives me a Macaron tower by House of Gloi vibe. It even gives me a pistachio cake tone as well. If this is another indie brand, if you're familiar with House of Gloi, snake cake gives me a little bit of this, a little bit of House of Gloi, Macaron tower especially. It led me here. Oh yes, like it just did. And again, House of Gloi has its own little DNA in there where you could tell it comes from this house. This one gives me a lot of Zen vibes, the House of Gloi, like almost as if they, I don't know, like just very zen, very spa a little bit in the tone of this body butter. Just so good. They're called pumpkin butters. Yeah, so there we go with that. I wanted to let you know that it also gives me that air to that. But I mean, almost exactly, you're going to get that from Marshmallow Cake on Monday, okay? On Mondays. Yes. All right, macaron. That led me back there. Macaron is actually snake cake was more macaron than macaron is, okay? If you look at this picture right here and you smell macaron, you're going to be thrown through a loop, all right? So this is inspired by the delicious French pastry. And we have in here biscuit, sugar, apricot, mandarin, vanilla, Toulouse balsam, and musk. And I think it just has to be that Toulouse balsam that just knocks this fragrance into another stratosphere. It's like, where's the pastry? You guys, one of my favorite fragrances on this planet is called Memo Sintra. I have a video where I just rave and on and on and on about it. I reserve it for special occasions now. It's just so yummy. So this gives me that pet grain note opening, like a dirty opening. It gives me that, like a dirty neroli even in there somewhere. I know it has mandarin, but it has to be the Toulouse balsam that is giving us this. So yeah, there is a wonderful dirty. I personally adore openings like this, like dirty, like earthy, just delicious. I don't want to eat it. I just feel it just brings me so much peace. It reminds me of my childhood and climbing trees and twigs and vines, which is why, I've mentioned before, I love that. And I love this. I love this opening. Very surprised, okay? And if you're expecting a full-on French pastry like the Macaron Tower, even Bath and Body Works has some macaron cookie. Dirty Soul Soap Company will just slay, their macaron type inspired stuff. No, this is different, you guys. It's got a different air. It definitely gives off that dirty note. It's not pastry-like. It does start to deepen up and sweeten up as the wear goes on. It kind of smells a little airy. Like these macarons are very fluffy. It's like super fluffy, meringue, like just super fluffy. They melt in your mouth, okay? Not in your hand. Like they're so fluffy is what it smells like. And I don't know. I've never had an original French macaron pastry, so maybe it does have this Toulouse balsam air in there somehow, or this dirty note. Not sure. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I don't know if this is a miss or if this is, more true to the pastry than anything else, I've tried. But according to the other macarons and whatnot I own in the collection, no, they're usually just straight up gourmand through and through, buttery even sometimes, deep sweet, and then all different flavors, the almond, you have your mandarin, your apricot, the different flavors, and they come in different colors too. So yeah, I'm not super getting that from here. I'm not. Another thing about this fragrance was the enjoyability factor. It did end up toning down. It did not deepen up as fully as my other Cerchi Nell'Acqua fragrances, okay? My Sucero Filato, that is just from, a whole football field, I feel Sucero Filato could cover. And Jolie as well. It's just really strong and projecting. Macaron, sits really close to your skin and it's just like, what am I wearing today? It just smells sweet, but it's not really super defined after a few hours. So yeah, it becomes a skin scent, you guys, and that's not typical of this line. It's just not. So I like to give you guys my full honest thoughts, opinions, and where, exactly how the fragrance performed on me. So that was it. So if I had to choose between these two, I mean, I'm going with Snake Cake. That is what I am doing. It just doesn't pack a punch like most of those do. All right, you guys. So because I have a couple of layering options here, I can't leave you guys with none. For the macaron, no, not the macaron, for the other one, the snake cake, once I smelled that cherry, I was like, oh, but I want to accentuate that a little bit. So what I did was I paired it with cherry noir. This is by MRAJIA. This is their body butter, whipped butter, okay? They're not selling this right now, especially here in South Texas. It wouldn't make it. It would just arrive like oil. They are selling oils. They've also formulated a cream, which I haven't gotten to try. And, because we're going to be packing up the closet, I probably won't be ordering anything from here on out, you guys, especially body care. I have an abundance. I am waiting for a genre perfumes order, though. Speaking of abundance of body care, I ordered the Burberry Goddess. Yes, I love the Burberry Goddess. The lavender, the vanilla, delicious. Anyways, I accentuated that with some cherry noir, of course. And then the Macaron, when I noticed it was super, super light, I ended up accentuating that with Delicious de Marshmallow. And then also the tonka bean tea cakes I tried at night. And then during the day, I went with pistachio cake, you guys. One more thing I did, the second time I wore it, I decided that I was going to do French Macaroons Gourmand Escape by the Dua brand, because now this one will clear an entire area. My daughter, when I wore this, she was like, what is that? I smell something like mango, or I smell something like I don't know, like orangey, and like citrus. I smell something good, but it's good. It smells like candy. And so I get closer to her and she's like, it's you. So that is what French Macaroons gives with the Gourmand Escape. This one's a blend. I do have the original back there, the French Macaron alone. So good by the Dua brand. This is one of my faves for sure, from that brand. Yeah, I just got inspired. I was like, well, now I want to wear an actual French Macaron, type fragrance. I could have gone with the Macaron Tower as well underneath, but I did not. I decided to go with the other. All right, guys, that was it for today. I do have a couple of samples that I might not get to do for you guys. I'll go with this one. It's called Latte Biscotti. You guys, I have a review already. I haven't even opened it. If anybody would like this sample, and a sample of cookies and milk, I can totally send that out to you guys. Just let me know. Comment down below. I would like a sample of Latte Biscotti and cookies and milk, so you guys can compare on your own. I'll go ahead and link in the description as well the comparison that I did between cookies and milk and, of course, the Latte Biscotti. Okay, here by the Cerchi Nell'Acqua line, I want to say from memory, I do recall this one being super heavy and then the Latte Biscotti being light, like to where it just kind of dissipated on me. Yeah, so that's that. Next one we will not be visiting, you guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, gingerbread. I haven't sprayed it, so I don't know if we're going to do a full review yet or not. But definitely not going to get to visit birthday cake, okay? No, I can't do it. It's like straight up butter on me, you guys. Oh, people just love the frosting tone and all the beauty that this gives them, but I just cannot. Oh, so I'll throw in the birthday cake sample as well for you guys. Whoever comments that they want to try the cookies and milk versus the Latte Biscotti, I'll go ahead and throw in, of course, here also the birthday cake, because I'm not doing it. It's not for me. It's not for me. I love sharing. I love sharing. Sharing is caring. That was it for today, you guys. We'll continue with this Cerchi Nell'Acqua. My goodness, Charlie is just not having it out there. Oh, he's something else. That was it. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe. Bye-bye.